welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and to the Imola Grand Prix race review, where Lewis Hamilton won the race after overcutting Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen in the pits. A late Verstappen crash led to a safety car, and Daniel Ricciardo sealed yet another podium for Renault. Alex Albon also spun off in the closing stages. Lewis Hamilton sealed a record-extending 93rd F1 victory after recovering from third to win the Imola Grand Prix ahead of Valtteri Bottas after Max Verstappen crash led to a chaotic finish. Mercedes, who were pushed hard by Verstappen, clinched their record 7th Constructors' Championship with the result, while Hamilton, 85 points clear in the standings, can wrap up his 7th title at the next race in Turkey. Hamilton was leading from Verstappen before the Red Bull driver, following a long-awaited pass on Bottas, dramatically spun off into the gravel to bring out the safety car. Hamilton then kept his nerve to secure maximum points from Bottas, who struggled with damage from the second lap of the race, where he started from pole, while Daniel Ricciardo secured his second podium in 3 races for Renault. People watching may think we're used to this, but it always feels like the first, and the team will also be like that forever because of the spirit. So I'm forever grateful to be part of it and breaking a record like this. No one has ever done it before. It's unbelievable. 7-time champs. That's something I'm going to be able to tell my grandchildren one day. It has been all plain sailing for Mercedes in F1 2020, but it certainly wasn't that for Hamilton at Imola despite the familiar finish. The Englishman started second, lost the place of Verstappen on the start, and then was struck behind by Bottas and the Red Bull through the first stint of the race. But he then ran longer than his 2 rivals, with Bottas struggling for pace and Verstappen, able to pass him, had built up a big enough gap to overcut his rivals before he was given a further helping hand by a virtual safety car, which caused Esteban Ocon's end of race. He emerged from the pits with a big lead, which extended and was 13 seconds clear of Verstappen after the Dutchman overtook Bottas on the main straight. Soon after, Verstappen's Red Bull failed, and Villeneuve corner was where he was leading before he spun, and it caused the safety car. Both Mercedes pitted, but Hamilton once again streaked clear of the driver, who is now the only one man who can stop him in his big battles in the closing stages. Instead became behind Mercedes, with Renault piling off a motor stroke by deciding not to pit Ricciardo, who then held off a late charge from Daniel Kvyat for 4th place. Charles Leclerc sealed 5th ahead of Sergio Perez, who many believe Racing Point strategy cost him a podium, while Alex Albon endured almost as painful a finish as teammate Max Verstappen. Albon was dwelling with Perez following the safety car, made an unforced error by spinning his Red Bull off the track, finishing the last 15 of remaining drivers, the thing he didn't need with his 2021 seat under threat. There will be many drivers who are ruining missed opportunities after Sunday's race, not least Pierre Gasly, who was 4th on the grid and challenged for the first 3 laps, but less than 10 laps in retired. Perez will also be frustrating, having upserved Ricciardo for 4th during the race. He had pitted later than any of his midfield rivals, but Racing Point chose to pit him again under the safety car, dropping him 6 positions. Sebastian Vettel was unlucky to finish 13th, having performed solidly, but slow Ferrari pit stop cost him a few places, while George Russell suffered the most bizarre retirement of the day. Russell was running 10th and was on course for his first F1 points, but lost control of his Williams while running slowly behind the safety car. Before I go, here's a rundown of all the classifications. Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, 1-2 again. Bottas, I think, did fairly well given the damage. Hamilton, just brilliant. Got lucky, but was just brilliant. Ricciardo, podium out of nowhere. Exactly what Renault needs. He'll probably be regretting joining McLaren as it stands. Kvyat, great drive from him, but I don't think it's enough to save his seat. Leclerc and Perez, very good drives as well. McLaren just didn't seem to have the pace. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, they'll be very happy with 2 points positions. Giovinazzi especially, I criticised him, but if he can continue getting the odd point, then he'll do well. Latifi, 11th, just never really had the pace and didn't look like getting points. Vettel, good drive, I suppose, just unlucky with that. And then you had Stroll and Grosjean, who just weren't on it. And then all the retirements, really. Russell was just unacceptable, and then the rest all got pretty unlucky. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news. And subscribe to my channel on screen right now in the comments below. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.